Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to today's edition of NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this, the 27th day of April in the year of our Lord, 2021. Today's update comes from Renewed Right, and this is a good one for America, folks. The leftist socialists in our country have been working hard to destroy. And for the most part, my friends, we have been letting them get away with it. Chad parts in Seattle are still there. The people won't rise up and put a stop to it. New Mexico has had the lowest growth rate in the history of this state being a state, at only 2.87%. Previous low was in 1970 when we had a 7.95% growth. All because of the liberal mentality that has permeated our nation. One of Donald Trump's great legacies will be reshaping the Supreme Court. Democrats are about to learn the lesson the hard way, and that's because the Supreme Court is setting up Joe Biden for this crushing defeat. On Monday, the Supreme Court agreed to hear the case of New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Keith M. Corlett, which could strike down laws across the country restricting the right of Americans to conceal carry weapons. The Daily Caller outlines the facts of the case. The case began when Robert Nash and Brandon Koch applied for a concealed carry permit in Rensselaer County. Both applications were denied after the licensing officer determined that they each, quote, failed to show proper cause to carry a firearm in public for the purpose of self-defense because they did not demonstrate a special need for self-defense that distinguished them from the general public, unquote. Nash cited a recent string of robberies and his recent completion of an advanced firearm safety training course as a reason for wanting to carry a firearm outside of his home. Koch cited his extreme experience in safe handling and operation of firearms and many safety training courses he had completed as a reason for his request. New York is a shall issue state instead of a may issue state. That distinction allows the state to impose strict gun controls on concealed carrying. This is one of the first major Second Amendment cases since the landmark 2008 Heller decision, which held that Americans have a fundamental right to own guns. But that case did not address any other gun control laws other than a very narrow interpretation of the Second Amendment applied to owning a gun in your own home. This case could be part of a new conservative majority slamming the brakes on gun control agenda pushed by Joe Biden and other Democrats. And now to remove that liberal blindfold, folks. The Lord has been speaking to us, folks, letting us know in various ways that the enemy of the nation is in Washington, D.C. But we have done nothing but vote more of them into office. The only reason that Biden was able to steal this last election was that enough people did vote for him that he could do it. He got nowhere near as many votes as he says he must have had, but he got enough to steal this election. We were told that Donald Trump got more votes for an incumbent than any president in history, yet he lost? And we allowed this? The Lord warned us of this coming, and we did nothing. We are still sitting back and watching as Biden pretends that he is the real president of this nation, and we see things happening all over that should be making Americans madder than heck, yet we are just riding life as if nothing we think means anything. And yet the Lord keeps telling us that things are happening. We have to realize, folks, that the Lord is telling us to start clamoring for His word. Start working to get rid of the cheat in chief. Yet we sit and do nothing, and because of that, we will get exactly what we are allowing. From 1 Thessalonians 2, verses 4 through 6, on the contrary, we speak as those approved by God to be entrusted with the gospel. We are not trying to please people, but God, who tests our hearts. We know we never used flattery, nor did we put on a mask to cover up greed. God is our witness. We are not looking for praise from people, not from you or anyone else. It is like I said yesterday. That still small voice today is still being drowned out by the lying liberal left as they have brought out the big microphones and are working overtime to drown out the truth. And like I said a few minutes ago, my friends, we are allowing this to happen. Our police are now afraid to do their jobs because the left and the media that has told them they cannot or they will get prosecuted. Folks, the only prosecution that we really need to worry about is the judgment of God. No other prosecution will even compare. And we are clamoring for the prosecution of man. God gave us the authority to do His bidding and to do the right things, but because Christians have abdicated their authority and released it to politicians, we are in the trouble we are in now. Politicians are the worst there is if they are not kept reined in. And we have not kept them reined in and kept them doing what they are supposed to be in Washington for. We are allowing them to push the buttons of justice to get their way. We are allowing them to lie to us without so much as someone speaking out and saying, "That isn't true, you lie." We are allowing them to lie and take out leaders that will actually work the way they should. We saw this in the 2020 election. It is no wonder this nation is in dire straits that we are in now. We need to turn to God. He is speaking. We have to listen to and then act on His words, or my friends, it will continue to get worse. I guarantee you this because we are allowing Satan to take over, and that is never a good thing. Thank you once again for listening to us here at NWCR, where we strive hard to find the truth hidden by the LSM, and we always say we will not be ruled. We are heard through Conservative Nation Media, or CNM, from behind the silver microphone of freedom with that voice of reason in this increasingly unreasonable world. And we will always say that it's where America always wins. Please subscribe to my Rumble account under the name of NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold and my BitChute account with the same name. They are there to get the truth out that the left wants left out of our lives. Got my update onto YouTube yesterday, but I'm not sure how long my stuff is going to be there. I have always been telling you that the left keeps giving us a badge of honor, and we keep giving it back to the left, who are very undeserving people. Have a great day. See you all tomorrow, and God bless you all.